Let us look at constructors in inheritance. Already we have seen how the constructors are called. First the constructor of base class, then the constructor of derived class are executed. So let us write some code and check. I will write a class called base, and I will just take some function in this one as a public member. So first I will write a non-parameterized constructor for a base class. Then here let us say cout non-param of base, then endl. So to make the code look simple, I will write in a single line so that you know already how it is implemented. Now you can easily read the code. Then also I will write on a parameterized constructor which just takes some parameter and it will display the value cout param of base, and let it display x also and endl. That's it. This is a base class. I made it simple so everything is a single line so it's easily readable. Now class derived, which publicly inherit from base class. Now here I will write constructors of derived class. Derived, this is non-parameterized constructor of derived class. So I will say cout non-param of derived class, and this is endl. Now I will write a parameterized constructor of derived class. Derived, which will take some parameter, let us say y, and let it just display a message and also the value of y. Param of derived, and let it also display the value of y and endl. That's it. So I have two classes, that is base class and derived class, having their two type of constructors, that is non-parameterized constructor and a parameterized constructor. Inside a derived class also I have two type of constructors. Now let us create objects of a derived class and see how the constructors are executed. Derived D. So I am calling non-parameterized constructor. I will run the program and show you what constructors are displayed. The messages that we got is non-parameterized constructor of base class. This is displayed first, then non-parameterized constructor of derived class is displayed. So let us use debugger and check how this is working. So I will run the program. See, it has entered here in the first line, that is derived D. Let me continue. See where it has gone. First of all, what is called non-parameterized constructor of derived class is called. See, calling and execution are two different things. This is called, right, but it will not execute. This will call the non-parameterized constructor of base class. Yeah, it has reached on the non-parameterized constructor of base class. Then if I continue execution, see, it has displayed non-param of base and returned back to the non-parameterized constructor of derived class. Again it is back on this line. Then this will execute and then it goes back. So that's it. So we have seen how the constructors are called and executed. So we can see that when we are creating an object of derived class, it's going to the non-parameterized constructor of derived class, but it is not executing it. Then it's going to non-parameterized of base class. It is executing and coming back and executing the constructor of derived class. So in this case, both non-parameterized constructors are called. So I'll pass some parameter, let us say 10. Now what I am interested in, I am calling a parameterized constructor of derived class. But what about base class? Still the non-parameterized will be executed. I'll remove the breakpoint and let us run and see. Non-param of base class and parameterized constructor of derived class, and it is displaying value 10. Now finally we will see how we should call a parameterized constructor of base class. So for that I will copy this parameterized constructor of derived class and paste it here. I will just expand this into multiple lines so that you can easily see. Here, I will make it take two parameters. One is x and y. See, it is using just y. What about x? Just beside the constructor of derived class, I should say pass it to base class constructor, that is parameterized constructor. Now, this is how we can call a base class constructor from derived class constructor. So let us see how it works. I will pass values 5, 10. 5 is for the base class and 10 is for derived class. If I run now, both parameterized constructor of derived class, that is this one, and then parameterized constructor of base class, that is this one, should be executed. Now you can see the messages param of base with value 5 and param of derive with value 10. Let me debug this and show you how the constructors are called. I put a breakpoint here. Now let us run. Now next line, I'll step into next line. See, it has gone on to a derived class constructor which is taking two parameters, and also it is calling parameterized constructor of base class. It has reached this line, but it has not yet executed. We don't find anything inside this output window. Let me continue. It will jump onto the base class constructor, that is parameterized, because from here we have called base class constructor, so that's why it has reached here. And if I continue, it will execute this one. Yeah, executed. So we got a message that param of base. Then it has returned back to the derived class constructor, the same constructor. It has reached back to the same point. Now it is executing the parameterized constructor of derived class, and it has displayed value 10. That's it. So this is how the constructors are executed, called and executed. Calling is different. So they are called from derived to base, but execution is from base to derive. For other classes, you can try writing constructors in inheritance. That is, for an example, you can take a rectangle and cuboid class and you can do it.